What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media and the This Is Difficult video game podcast. I will be one of your hosts this evening. Watching Paint Dry is the show where we hang out late on a Saturday night after we probably should have thought about going to bed and work through the ridiculous backlog of miniatures that we've accumulated over the years that require painting. There's an old adage that says if a miniatures painter ever runs out of projects to paint, he or she will perish. So we're just trying to stave off death for as long as possible. And I do not do this alone. Joining me on the line, our resident monkey handler and my perennial painting partner, it's Mike, Broody Gambit. How's it going?
It's going great. Glad to be here.
Yeah, me too.
Today, so. Yeah.
Adam had some other business to attend to tonight, so hopefully he'll be back next time. And we wish him the best with that. Apparently he was dealing with something involving smoothies? I don't know. It was very silly, and he said he needed a day to take off, so we're just gonna work without him. That's all well and good. So yeah, we're painting minis out here late on a Saturday night. I've got one of my favorite characters on the docket, so let's get into it. As with all the shows we host on the Another Letdown Media channel, as well as the This Is Difficult podcast network at large, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone, and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. Anyway, let's paint some minis. Here we go. I've got Jessica Jones on the docket tonight. And I'm going to make her as comics accurate as possible, although I don't know how that's going to go because she looks very similar to the comics in the show. How about you, Mike? What do you got?
Hair a different color or something?
Huh?
Isn't her hair a different color in the comics with the TV show?
Slightly. It's still pretty brown.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I was just thinking the comics were a bit lighter.
Yeah, it's a bit lighter. I mean, what's her name?
Kristen Ritter.
Thank you, Kristen Ritter. Very, very dark hair. Jessica Jones in the comics has I would say, straight up Mornfang brown hair.
Yeah.
End to end. So then we're gonna start on that. I gotta figure out what's going on with her base. I think it's the middle of a street, but I'm not entirely sure what Jen had intended here. Again, big shout out to C27 Minis for providing us with these awesome sculpts. I'm working my way through the defenders. I've got Jess as the last of my Hell's Kitchen defenders, and then I've got Namor and the Hiccups and Doctor Strange over here to finish up the original defenders. And I'm really hoping to get those done before the hiatus. That is my goal. How about you? What are you bringing to the table tonight?
I have Prey Studios miniatures, Cheetara to continue my Thundercats collection.
Nice.
Lino and Panther are done already, so Cheetara's next Tiger's coming up next month. That's
awesome. Yeah, admittedly, we've had a lot of really cool minis over the last few months from all our sources. That's been pretty cool. Actually, you know what I'm going to start with is her eyes. Because I've got to do eyeliner, and goddamn, I hate eyeliner.
Eyeliner is tough. I do not like it at all.
So annoying. So I gave my brother his Deathcore of Krieg mini that he commissioned, finally. He was thrilled. I also my Christmas or my birthday gift. I'm sorry, my Christmas gift to him was the commission mini, and then for his birthday he asked me to teach him to paint. So I'm actually pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So after the hiatus, we might see a cameo from my brother on the show. Oh god, I just made her cross-eyed. That was bad. Abort! Abort! Try again. No Bob. Dear God, no Bob. That was not a happy accident. That was a mistake. Oh my god. I thought I bought a new canvas. Celestial Gray. Gracier. Dang.
How was your day today?
Too busy, man. I had to work all day, and then I drove up to my cousin's for dinner. But, so every year my cousin does a crawfish boil, which is possibly the least New England thing ever.
Yeah, definitely.
But my family loves it for some reason, and I'm allergic to crawfish. So, or at least we think I am. And I'm not particularly keen on trying. So I just go and I gorge myself on potato salad, which is delicious, and watch my cousins get progressively more and more drunk. Knowing that I, of course, have to be here at 10 o'clock. But it's a good excuse to drink more GT's kombucha. Not a sponsor, but Dave, let's talk. And hang out with my cousins and stuff. We're preparing for 2 weeks out from today. We're all riding in a bike tour, and so we're all just kind of getting our plan set for that. Just figuring that day out. We're all very much looking forward to the Proudy. Raising some money for cancer research. Always a good decision. And I am doing the 50-mile ride, 50.
Wow.
Well, most of my cousins are doing 100, so...
That's still a lot.
Oh, yeah. It will take a good chunk of the day. But my cousin Sean asked me for the first time since he moved to stay at his house before the Proudy, which is going to be very convenient. I have never been to his house, but it's apparently quite beautiful. He's put a lot of work into it. Dang it. Screwed up again. Third time lucky? I was spoiled by that Deathcore mini not having to paint eyes.
Always nice.
Okay, I think I got it that time. Just a little repair at the bottom to do. I think we're good. Just wasn't going far enough into the corner. I have her looking sort of sideways, as I often do. And I just wasn't going quite far. I wasn't committing quite far enough on it. That'll do. That'll fix itself in the enfleshioning phase. I'm just gonna have to be really careful. All right. Oh, that's a cool shirt.
What?
She's got like a black and white striped shirt in this one cover that I'm really fond of. How does it feel that I've broken the photoshopping seal on Arkham? Pretty good, man. I'm excited about it. Whoa, what's this? Hey, what are you doing?
What?
Oh, there's a cool bit where she's tied up, but she's wearing Ms. Marvel's costume as a shirt. There's a part of me that really wants to do the lightning bolt on it. But she's not wearing that. She's like very clearly, very distinctly not wearing that shirt in the model. That's unfortunate, because that'd be cool. Alright, so she's wearing kind of a blue-gray... I don't know what women's clothing are called, man. Tank top? Like a gym shirt. So we're going to go with... I want to check out Night Lord's blue. What else have I got? That's not it. Corvus Black is going to be too dark, because I'm going to use that for some other stuff. What's over here? No. Yeah, it's probably Night Lord's blue. And then we'll go as far... We'll go darker with it. Ooh, that's liquidy. I can hear that. Speaking of both looking forward to things and me being an influence, are you also looking forward to blaming me when they're taking the Necronomicon? So the only bad thing really that... So this is behind this. This is some inside baseball stuff that Broody and I already know because we've played this scenario at least twice each.
It's like my first time.
Yeah. It's not a big deal, honestly. Taking
We're probably going to do the next scenario anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely invariably. I've played the train 3 times and lost all 3. Came very close the first time though.
I think I've succeeded once.
Yeah. It's a doozy.
Out of 3.
Part of me is a little disappointed in that because it would have been funny. I mean, don't worry, RPD. We will blame Greg for everything.
Yeah, the worst thing that happened is it adds the token.
Yeah. But realistically, like, it makes your deck better. Or at least, at the very least, mitigates that weakness that we're worried about.
Yeah, it gives me options to get money.
Yeah. You ain't Jenny Barnes.
Nope. Or Preston.
Right.
Preston is great. I love Preston.
I've not played him yet.
Once you figure out kind of just how to work the money to your advantage, he can be hilariously fun.
Nice. We are finishing up the waking side of Dream Eaters tomorrow.
I just did the first scenario with a buddy Thursday.
Nice. If there's time, because we've been finishing the Dream Eater stuff really quickly, if there's time, we're going to build our decks for Innsmouth tomorrow, too.
Innsmouth is such a great campaign.
I'm so bummed that we have to play it on Tabletop Simulator.
Oh.
And the games will be few and far between, because I'm going to be operating on my daughter's schedule.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I'm very excited. Innsmouth is also my favorite setting in the Arkham Horror files as well, so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that for a shirt. It's pretty good. Another coat up here, though. Cool. You're still not done building Measuring Man. I'm sorry, RPD. Kind of good, though. Gives you plenty to work on. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Ugh. My buddy Kyle would call that eating a bean burrito, which I did not do today. Just a little bit more. Good job I had the wet palette. There we go. That's better. I'm only building him out of obligation due to the idea of him being the instigating... Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm going to go to flesh next, which means I need to go down a brush size. It's this one. Yes. Crap. There we go. Bogman score? Bogman score. Or, ooh. No. Rakarth flesh. Jessica Jones is pale. That said, I absolutely hate working with this color. Dude, I'm so happy to be done with school for the year.
I can imagine.
I've been procrastinating going back to work at the store, too. I just, like... Obviously, I work there today, but that's because I work every other Saturday. But I just, like, I don't want to. I'm sure the other employees are starting to get cranky with me, so I'll go back in midweek, but, like, my effort is going to be minimal.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that, you know, I'm leaving soon, and there's not too much I can get accomplished that I haven't already done. So we played Shredder's Revenge last night.
Yeah, how did you like it?
Oh my god. We were giggling like children the whole time.
It's so fun.
The deep cuts, man.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm on level 5 right now.
Oh, so you're playing it slow. We did the whole thing in one sitting.
Oh, yeah. Playing by myself, I'm a little bit slow. Each mission takes me about 6 minutes.
That's
7
fair.
minutes.
Yeah. No, we just absolutely cruised through it. It's a really good multiplayer experience.
How many levels are there?
16.
Okay. Yeah, I just play a little bit at a time.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's worth savoring the experience. Like, it's so much fun.
Who did you get it for?
What?
Did you get it for the PC or did you get it for Switch?
Yes.
You got it for both?
Yeah. So it's on Game Pass on PC.
Okay.
So we played it on Game Pass last night, and then we all bought physical copies on Switch. Shout out Limited Run Games. They do good work. Gotta wait a while for it, but that's alright. I kept saying, like... I mean, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are... esoteric RPD. The Turtles are New Hampshire's little corner of nerd history, as I've mentioned many times. And I don't know that my nieces know that. You gotta educate them before they move down to your neck of the woods.
Well, it's also like ours as well, because the movies were filmed here.
Right, exactly. Yeah, a little shared New Hampshire, Carolinas thing. But Man, the games are just so fun. And that really goes for all of them, too. Like, every Arcade Turtles game has been an absolute banger.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Cowabunga collection.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Cowabunga collection. I don't think I ever bought that, because I'm stupid.
I don't think it's out yet, is it?
I thought it was available for pre-order. Maybe it's out, I don't know. RPD, fact check us. Oh. Sorry. Get out my brush. Garbage paint. Alright. Time for the hair. It's Mornfang Brown. Definitely gonna need Nolan oil, though. Come on. Get on the wet palette. Just a whole bunch of you. That's better.
This mini is nice. And a nice sculpt, but her hair is everywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest here. You are painting a cat.
Yeah.
So I have made a decision on these Crisis Protocol minis that I'm doing.
Yeah? What's that?
Where possible, I'm doing first appearances.
Mm-hmm.
So, coming up, we got Prowler. That's been kicking... Sorry, Night Dubstepper. And I'm going to paint him as Hobie Black. And not Aaron Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the color scheme better. But also it fits more with the aesthetic that I've been doing for Spider-Man villains. They've so far all been first appearances as best as I can. I think I mentioned that when I was doing Kingpin the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He's deliberately intended to be first appearance Kingpin. With the ridiculous maroon pants. Like Ron Weasley's worst nightmare. Okay, looking good. At least it's not the Daredevil Born Again no pants. True. But, like, that was a problem, right? Because I had to do first appearance of the red suit, because it's very distinctly the red suit. I am very much looking forward to the day that I can print a Kirby costume, Daredevil. Okay, so far so good. On the hair, the hers. Gonna have to go down a brush size, I think, to finish this up. We're gonna do the best we can. Alright. So RPD, how are things across the pond? Alright, Corvus Black. Things are good. Oh, does it really? Cool. And that's what, a week, right? I've been watching a bunch of Mario speedruns lately. Nice. But like bizarre Mario speedruns, so like not Kaizo levels, but like things recreated in Mario Maker and whatnot. I found one that's Super Mario World recreated in Mario Maker 2. That's been a lot of fun. To watch. It's pretty well documented. I'm not the biggest speedrunner fan. I think it kind of defeats the purpose of the games in a lot of ways, but old games like that are kind of built for that, I'm really down with. What have I done? What did I do? Clog my brush. What I did. So I mentioned briefly on the show yesterday, because I was stressing about it. Oh, actually, this is a funny story. So Mike, you're aware of this. I got my Samus tattoo the other day.
Yep.
And I couldn't find... So when we do a new tattoo, I have to wrap it in... it's this clear, like, plastic membrane bandage thing. The generic term that we use is Sanoderm, but it goes by, like, Tegaderm and this and that and the other thing. It's basically the same stuff. And I had some left over from my Mega Man X tattoo, and I was like, oh, yeah, I don't need to buy any more. I've got some. Well, it turns out it got misplaced in the move.
Mm-hmm.
So I got home, and Katie was like, oh, I'm working tomorrow. I'll just pick you up some at work. Well, she did that. And I think you can probably figure out where this is going. She pregnancy brained it on the desk of the pharmacy. So I wrapped up the stream last night, and I was like, I gotta go change this dressing. We're already running late. Like, I'm only supposed to keep it in the Sanoderm for 24 hours before I have to change it. And I walk out. I'm like, Katie, what'd you do with the Sanoderm? And she goes, oh no. And so she had to run to Walmart in her slippers to buy more, and all they had was like this tiny, like, 1.5 inch strips.
Mm-hmm.
And this tattoo was like 7 inches large. So I had to like panel a bunch of Sanoderm patches over it. And that was frightening. Uh-oh. Speaking of... Yes, I'm sure the grubs are not maggots. Oh my god. My wife is freaking out about everything now. I think her ears might have been burning. But it was just a funny pregnancy moment. I guess those kinds of things happen.
Yep.
RPD says, what a story. Yeah. Well. So I've been playing God of War this week.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The 2018.
Okay.
It's really neat. I am not disappointed. I never played a God of War game. I'm like aware of the plot because I think I've read one of the books maybe. And so like I know what Kratos is all about and all that stuff. But after playing Guardians of the Galaxy and being really upset with the like team dynamic stuff, this is like a breath of fresh air. It's everything that Guardians was trying to do, just done right. So I've been playing Dad of Boy. RPD. Yes, I've been playing Dad of Boy. Oh my god. I believe that is a joke on the fact that Kratos refers to Atreus as boy through most of the game. Have you played the 2018 game, Mike?
Not the 2018. I've only played 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Series.
So at some point, so you spend most of the game with a totally different weapon, but at some point you get the blades back, and boy, I do not want to use the axe anymore. Spinning those blades around at high speed and bashing into things is... That's a great... Yeah, that is true. It's very satisfying. Hacking things to pieces. Going into Spartan Rage and just shredding. Okay, I'm a fan of this Mini. I was a little worried about it because I had some printing errors on it. They were very minor, basically not noticeable, but I was like, are they gonna... Like, you know how sometimes you're painting along and you're like, oh, now that the paint that I just put on makes that error look way worse.
Yeah.
I was a little worried because it's all like support structures that I had to add. I've taken to adding extra supports because it just makes things a little bit smoother. Adam has been taunting us all week with his brand new Photon M3.
Yeah.
And I want one. It's just like George Carlin said. He was talking about the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. Coveting keeps the economy going. Leave it alone. But also, my current printer is getting a little worn out. And my brother has offered to run electricity to our shed, which is quite nice. Very excited about that. As Jeremy Clarkson goes, no matter how nice a Rolls Royce, wow, I can't do Jeremy Clarkson tonight. No matter how nice the Rolls Royce Ghost is, and no matter how improbable it sounds, there will be a moment where you're at a red light and up next to you rolls Simon Cowell in his Rolls Royce Phantom. It's true. It is true. Jezza speaks the truth. I've been watching clips of Clarkson's farm again. Gods help me, the show is endearing. There we go. Cuff here. Nice, nice. Alrighty. Brown next. No, kombucha next. Hydrate. That's not done well. So I can fix that. Go. Got it. Oh boy. Decisions. I think the correct move is to do her jeans the same way I would have done, the same way I did Luke's, right?
With the gray and blue?
Yeah.
Gray and blue wash, I should say.
Yeah. And then the blue dry brush?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna try it.
Interesting having to put the black dots into the Cheetara's hair.
Oh no. That's always a trick. Like I've had to do that a couple times. It's weird. Because they're not actually dots. They're like half circles. I had to do it on Craven. Uh-oh. No, no. Oh, this is frustrating. There's rips in her jeans. Which actually isn't the worst idea, because like I can just highlight it white and then do flesh shade underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it's really hard to see a light gray over white primer. Probably not showing up on camera at all. It's not.
Nope.
Sorry, viewers. You'll see the payout here in just a second. What the hell? Got it. When in doubt, add more paint. So did you finish watching, well, did you end up watching Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
The first half was really tough to get
Yep.
through. It was really not, it was like really bad at times.
Okay, so I'm not alone then.
The second half, like the last 3 episodes, were much better.
Yes. Okay, so here's my hot take. First of all, I think the whole thing was unnecessary.
Yeah.
I just, like, I don't think we needed that. Fine. Whatever, it exists. So I took it rather than treating it as a show that belongs in the canon, because I don't know that it does. I treated it as just kind of its own thing. Like, I treated it as if it existed in a bubble. And at that point, I was getting around to the back half, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is really good. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, cinematically, yeah, it's pretty. It's fun. It's exciting. But it just doesn't make any sense with the canon.
No, no, it makes sense with the canon because the entire purpose of the show is to justify why Leia named her son Ben.
Yeah, right.
The entire series, that's the entire...
I know. It is. But I was like, God, so many things don't line up here.
Yeah, tons of things don't line up.
Oh, Jesus, what have I done? Oh, there it is, okay. So it's just like, why are you doing this? Like, we had a perfectly acceptable thing. I don't know. It just seemed unnecessary to me.
Yeah.
But once I started treating it like, you know, like its own thing, I was like, well, all right, this is at least fun. We're playing around with some territory that we haven't seen yet, so that's kind of cool. That said, I would love a Leia series. Like chronicling her childhood into adulthood.
That actress needs to get a little older, and
yeah, we don't need it immediately,
which is a problem at times.
Yeah. And I also think the temptation that Disney would have to just CGI Carrie Fisher would be problematic.
Ooh, that'd be awful.
You know they own the likeness rights to some of the Marvel actors in perpetuity?
Yeah.
That's really scary.
Pretty much. So you can just keep making stuff with them in it forever.
Yep. It's frightening. In the words of the immortal Tommy Wiseau, I'm fed up with this world! Everybody betray me. One thing I've been having a lot of fun doing recently is checking up on what's happened with Yu-Gi-Oh! In the 11th issue. Oh my god! You're the second person to reference Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. RPD. Oh, speaking of celebrity endorsement, yesterday, as a result of the chat vote and the team, Brian O'Halloran was named God of Arkham, as you may recall. And so, of course, I reached out to him on Instagram. He was very fond of that title. I'm not sure he is. Huh?
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Hello, Chunky Monkey. Welcome to the Hecklers. We always ask new people who your favorite Batman villain is and why is it the Riddler. If you feel like chiming in. As we sit here and talk about Marvel Comics and B-movies.
And not the Jerry Seinfeld one.
What's that?
And not the Jerry Seinfeld one.
Correct. Go to bed, Broody. Alrighty. Boots are done. I'm going to go with Mechanicus. No. What am I going to do with the camera body? Was it just more Corvus Black? That's really disappointing. It probably is. Corvus Black and, like, Lead Belcher.
For what?
For the body of the camera. She's holding a camera. I think it is just more Corvus Black, and that's just disappointing, but... Such is the world we live in. We'll get it in highlighting. Ow. I discovered a frog living under our doorstep this morning. Not sure how long he's been there, but he's a welcome sight. Ah, Bane is good. Bane is good. We did Bane on the stream a little while ago. Actually, almost a year ago. Do love Bane. And then I will break you. Not that version of Bane. Necessarily. I mean, I do love that version of Bane. I unapologetically love the Christopher Nolan Batman stuff. The fact that, unlike Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have its archetypical... What? Archetypes have reasonable concepts, so we get archetypes like the Wizard of Oz mashed up with Star Wars, the great old ones, and characters from pre-kindergartner picture book complete with art style shifts. Oh my god. Oh, RPD. Your retweet literally just went through.
Yep.
Did I tell you our boy Freddie Prinze Jr. has been taking an interest in the stuff that I've been working on with my students?
No.
Yeah, so he... a couple weeks ago I was talking about the location shooting stuff that we were doing for our Classmaster episode. And that was my Feel Good Friday post, and he got into it. Like, we had a good conversation for a few minutes about it.
Nice.
And then, of course, last week we did our live show, and he's like, that is so cool. So,
yeah.
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's always nice interacting with him.
Yeah. Genuinely good dude. All right, where are we at? Did I slop any? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I think we're good. I do want to lay down some base coat on the lens here, but I want to go really, really light. So, what's my lightest blue? And I'll probably combine it with some white. Excuse me. Let me try this. Just go really, really light with it. It's pretty bright starting out. This is Calidor Sky. I'm gonna combine a lot of gray with it. See if we can make a pretty. Wet though, maybe more water. I don't know, can't tell. that might... well, we're almost there. More gray. Let's see what we can get there. I've been playing around a lot more with mixing colors lately.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wet palette is so cool. I think that will do it.
How do you get me a wet palette? Still.
That did it. I did this awesome... So, like, you've seen the lava bases that I do for the Chaos Dwarfs. Mm-hmm. I did a, like, nuclear fallout base. And that was my gradient. And I grabbed colors from basically every inch of it. Right up to the very whitest. So that was a neat experiment yesterday that I was really enjoying. So, carrying it on here on the show. Oh, shoot. Viewfinder here. Go for that really small brush and we'll do some detailing up. It's always nice to be free of the limitations of having to make sense. It's true. I should start an RPD quote book. Where is Lead Belcher? There you are. Almost done with the base coat here. You've got dumpsters. Those are dumpsters.
Those are dumpsters. Yeah, wash is drying right now.
Gotcha.
I'm just finishing up on some of that stuff from Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Fair enough. So I did my dumpsters a little bit differently. I cut them apart and glued them so that they're hanging open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought about it, but didn't really want to mess with that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it was more trouble than it's worth.
Oh, okay, good. I feel justified in my decision.
Yeah. You should. If I recall correctly, there is a tripod point right there. And a metal ring that goes like that. I have the camera that she's holding, but I'm too lazy to go to my car and get it. So I'm completely going by memory here.
Sounds like a plan.
Right? Seemed reasonable. And there's also a red dot, because it's way too small to actually write Canon on this camera. And I think you see right now where my allegiances lie. Nikon sucks! Actually, perfectly fine. Nikon makes great cameras. Actually, Nikon makes great lenses. I don't really know their camera bodies all that well. But I presume they're good. There's a lot of people I know use them. That was probably unnecessary detail that'll never be seen by anyone ever, but it's there.
What? The Canon?
I did a red blob on the camera body that is intended to be the Canon logo. Okay, I think... Man. I gotta figure out what's going on with this base. What is she actually standing on? I think it's tarmac. But it's just like fancy tarmac. What are those things? I don't know. Oh, do I just ball so hard? No, I'm just gonna do it later. I will message C27 and ask what she's standing on. That seems like a logical thing to do.
dumpsters.
All right, message sent. We'll see what people say. And in the meantime, inking. Let's go. Gonna be a lot of Nuln Oil in this one. Gonna be some Drakenhof Nightshade. Gonna need some Flesh Shade, Reekland Flesh Shade. There it is. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. All right, cool. Here we go. Once more onto the breach. Yeah. Open a new can of Nightshade here. Rip this container. It is old and has served its purpose. I think that actually does it for my old wash containers. Moment of silence as we send off the last of the small pot shade containers. In favor of the tall boys. Yeah, that'll work. Actually, oh my god, that's awesome, RPD. I just read that. Sorry, took me a sec. Dang it, seriously? Good lord. Let's close this before I spill it. We don't need another Adam situation on our hands.
Nope.
I did, I picked up some, I think it's Ardcoat, to finish up Thanos' Infinity Gems.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it yet, but I will. They were a little dull, you know?
Okay.
When I was done with them, and I was like, I wonder if I can just punch these up a little bit.
I love just being able to put a wash in.
Yeah.
And just let it fill the crevices. And bam, instant icons and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that is all of my MCP terrain built.
Nice!
Like, I did the Sentinel gas station a while back.
Yeah, that was cool. My issue with the terrain is until I start playing the game, I have no reason to paint it. You know?
Yeah.
But, like, you have started playing the game. You know how to play it. I don't.
Vaguely.
So I'm like, I'm just going to wait a bit. I have it. It's ready to go. But, yeah, it just seems like there are so many other things to paint right now that it's like, I'm not going to do that yet. Like, I haven't even done, you know, the Thanos throne or any of that stuff. I'm just like, procrastinate with good reason. All right, let's do the... Now let's do the flesh shade first. That's the toughest of this one. The hounds themselves are actually just boss monsters, and the rest of the cards are various pieces of twisted geometry. Well, okay. I guess that tracks. Kind of perfectly, actually. I think that worked. All right. Oh shoot. Well, actually, as to the great old ones, they're actually been quite gracious and not done Big C yet. Instead, they've done Nodens, Tess, Cthulhu, H-Man, Yarla, and Aslo. Nice. Kyle said H-Man's name today.
I heard.
We kicked his tushy in Elder Sign, and Kyle traditionally, Kyle is a man of a few cuss words. So when he uses one, he tends to mean it, and so his traditional like end of game is F you, insert Elder God name here. And he just was running on autopilot, and he said H-Man's name, and I'm like, dude, now you have to start the next game -1 sanity. And he goes, that's fine, I'll just play as Carolyn Fern and get it back.
Nice.
Oh, man. We were talking before our game of Elder Sign about how well we know 2nd edition at this point, and you know, how the fact that we've gotten pretty good at it, like pretty darn good at it, and we can win pretty much any scenario with our hands tied. We've, you know, we fought Cthulhu once, beat Cthulhu once. We were like, oh, well, that was easy. We got to the end of the game and we're all just kind of looking around at each other like, wait, that was it?
Such is life.
Indeed.
Yeah, I haven't played as much 2nd edition. Pretty much the only times I played is on stream with you.
Yeah. I mean, before the end times, we were playing it once a month, every month, for a good 4 or 5 years. Spurred on by our friendship with Richard. Like, obviously he would send us new challenges and stuff to do, which was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to get back to that at some point, but it's tough. My boss loves to leave me work to do instead of letting me run events, so... But that will change when I'm back to being a customer.
Yep.
I'm very much looking forward to that. Not that I won't go in and help out if he needs a little help every now and again, but... Alright, I went a little lighter on the Nightshade on this one. I think that paid off. Here, I'll put up a point of reference in a second. So here's Luke Cage, who has significantly more like dark Carharty type pants, and Jess with the tight sort of skinny jeans. I went significantly lighter with the blue. I think that worked.
That's good.
Thank you. No.
I wouldn't necessarily call this a mistake on my part, but I've been doing these Thundercats as the 2011 TV.
Yeah.
Which I think for Cheetara is a little bit messy because maybe not messy, but there's not a lot of color differentiation.
Yep.
Between her like skin and the light brown leather, like as opposed to her original versions, like the bright orange leotard and stuff.
Yep.
But alas.
Well, I mean, you stick to like in this hobby, we pick an aesthetic and we go for it. You know, and sometimes that takes us down routes we don't love, but that's okay too. In the end of the day, it's all about learning and growing. Turn off. Nolan oil is just the big cheats. It's insane. Adam's not here. Someone's got to sing the praises.
Mm-hmm. Nolan oil is great. I had some silver left over out, so I started working on these probe droids.
Right on.
Instead of letting the silver get wasted.
Yeah.
Since it's just coat them entirely in silver.
Pretty much, yeah. So I'm pretty heavy with the Nolan oil on her hair, just to darken it right up. She is brunette in the comics, not black hair like Kristen Ritter. We love Kristen Ritter, but she did it wrong. Alright. Base coat ink wash on Jessica. Oh, no, wait, I take that back. A little more flesh shade to do. Forgot I've got her knees exposed. Meaning I need a much smaller brush. I should text my niece and be like, her pants remind me of yours.
They got holes in them?
Oh my god. I think they're hand-me-downs from the eldest one. Tegan spent like 15 minutes trying to fix my socks the other day.
How so?
She was upset that my, like, because I've been wearing just like my work clothes, and then I showed up at her track meet in mostly my street clothes, but like, I still had my socks on from work. And she was like, "What are your socks doing?" I'm like, "They're being socks." And she goes, "No," and bends down and starts like meticulously trying to get them to at a certain height based on the shoes that I was wearing and the pants that I was wearing. I'm like, "Tegan, stop this." Uh-oh. That's gone badly wrong. That's better. Alright. That is base coat and ink wash on Jessica Jones. I think she looks alright. I'm a bit fringe here. What the hell? Hopefully I can fix that in post. Words I don't like saying, but I think I can. Okay, I've received official word. It is just concrete on her base. So the question is, do I punch it up with Astro Granite, or do I just go for it? And I think I just go for it, based on the fact that it is already sculpted. If I can find the Mechanica Standard Gray. Uh-oh. Okay, nope, that's... No. What have I done? Oh, it's way up here. Doesn't belong up there. Why are you doing up there? Alright. Big brush. Easiest base I've done in a while. Just rocks and concrete. That was different. It's based on, I don't know why, but it's taking forever. Oh, God. Actually, this is kind of good, though, because it means she'll match my other street level stuff.
Because she's in concrete base?
Yeah. Boring, but at least this one's sculpted and it's different than the official Crisis Protocol ones.
Mm-hmm.
So we were looking at some of the newly announced official AMG minis today.
Yeah.
And there's some cool stuff there, but once again, they kind of did it wrong. And it's bothering me. Like, they did old school Cap. They're doing like a bunch of classic Cap characters, Arnim Zola and Baron Strucker and characters like that. Even original costume Nick Fury and Dum Dum Dugan. But I'm like, if you're gonna do original costume Cap, you got Adam pointed this out. You have to give him the kite shield.
Yeah.
And they gave him the same dang shield that they've given him for all of Crisis Protocol and the one they gave to Sam Wilson. And I'm like, stop doing things wrong, AMG. Pay attention to your source material. I was seriously giving consideration to buying it. I'm like, oh, that's old school Cap with the, the ear feather things.
The wings.
The wings. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And it comes with the original Human Torch, which is kind of neat. I.e. not Johnny Storm. And I was like, that's really cool. And then Adam pointed that out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Nope, check please. Done. Not buying that. And I think I'm going to hold out on Arnim Zola and Baron Strucker as well. I'm really hoping that C27 puts them out at some point. It's going to be a while, but, like, fine. Cap is a high priority for Adam. He's a very low priority for me.
Yeah.
I love him, and I especially love where the character's gone lately. Chris Evans and Post. But, like, I don't know. I don't have the attachment to him that some people do. And that's okay, because comics are for everybody. There's something out there for everybody. That's why we love comics. As it stands, we do share a lot of opinions on this show, but if you like Honey Badger, then you're probably wrong, but that's fine. You're allowed, in other words.
That's just everyone's allowed to have their opinions, and everyone's allowed to be wrong.
Exactly. She's just one of those characters. It doesn't make any sense to us, but if she makes sense to you, then power to you. Ow. Right. Where is this one? This one I don't use all the time. Warplock Bronze. Shiny base coat. Use a lot for Chaos Dwarfs and not a whole lot beyond that.
You know what I'm doing it.
Go on.
I'm looking at a better picture of the character in a lighter setting of the 2011 Justice League. The suit does kind of look orangey.
Yep.
And it kind of almost like I have a side by side of her and Tigra, and her clothes look like Tigra's skin.
Interesting.
So I might go back and over the light brown areas do the like a Jokero orange.
Yep.
So back to, well, not square one, but
Back a bit.
back a bit.
Roll it back. Roll back the tapes.
If anything, maybe I can just use this as a highlight and.
Mm-hmm. Man, Agrax Earthshade on the tarmac base of the asphalt bases, concrete, whatever, really makes them shine. All right. Some highlighting, I believe, is next. Although, we've gone beyond the 1 hour mark, I need to stand up and switch. Okay, that's better. Instructions from my doctor. Yeah, that'll work.
There we go. That orange stands out a little bit better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I might have to go later. That's alright. Maybe not. Do not appreciate it when my eyes twitch when I'm doing high detail work. Oops. Don't touch the base. Oh, that's drying. That's a mistake. This step always takes such a high grade of focus that I stop talking. Oh, sorry everybody. Just doing edge highlights. It's annoying, but it is a necessary evil. It makes the models look fine as hell. What was that, Mike? Sorry.
I do the same thing. Like I get focused on what I'm painting that I
yeah. Well, I so rarely get to this point. Like usually when we're wrapping up, I've just finished inking. So this is kind of new. I mean, it's unfamiliar territory for me by comparison. RPD says he does something similar, except he gets distracted. I was just having a conversation with Jeremy Handel about neurodivergence, because one of our favorite bands dropped a record yesterday that is largely predicated on neurodivergence. And as someone who has, an on-record ADHD diagnosis and was medicated for it for most of my life, under the assumption that it, made me sort of more normal, and then stopped taking the medication as an adult because I wanted to wake up. And I'm like more myself without it. Getting distracted is very much part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I know the doctors and whatnot had the best intentions for me as a kid, but like I just think I would have, like, I wasn't a misbehavior issue, I was just not very focused. And unfortunately they assumed that was cause for some kind of medication, and I really don't think it was. I think it's just developing different techniques and strategies is really what gets you through it. It's the whole cognitive behavior therapy model that I ascribe to.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to my therapist, Paul. He's a great guy. I love him. And it is so nice to meet with him every other week. Therapy is great. Way too many, RPD. Not as many as Mike's, though.
What?
I was just like, I know a lot of Paul's, but I know more Mike's.
Oh, yeah.
That is why if Chamali's on the show, we refer to Chamali and Broody. Like, that's... just keeps it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easier.
I think I'm gonna call it on her now.
Right on.
I did some accent lining and stuff along the edge of the pants.
Yeah, looks good. I'm almost done with Jess here. I got a couple more little bits to go. I think I am going to finish her tonight, though.
Hooray!
Especially considering I've got Arkham tomorrow and don't have time to finish her off camera.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a quick little dry brush. Actually, I do want to highlight her face just a hair. I'm sure you have opinions on that one, RPD. I don't love the term neurodivergence or neurodiversity. I think that's just a little bit almost hand wavy, but quickly, don't let this dry out. Got it, good. Alright. Just want to do her pants. Oh, and still got to do the camera. There we go. Blue Horror. My highlight coat for her pants. Oh, that is working so well. Just a little bit more. A little this in the camera too, and then I think we're out of here.
So I got a chance to play some Edge of the Empire this week.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that game.
I ran my players through today. We finished a campaign.
Sick.
And then I got a chance to be a player on a game last Sunday and again on Monday.
Awesome.
Where on Monday's game, I was very pleased when I one-shot Cad Bane and completely just took him out.
That's what he gets.
Yeah. I was not ready to do that, but I rolled really well.
I mean, sometimes, man. That's how it goes. I was talking to a guy today about the concept of RPGs. And it, you know, it's obviously, you know, we're here at another letdown, whatever, another letdown media. We are giant fans of the Sentinel Comics roleplay game because, you know, we're friends with the guys who made it. But, you know, a lot of people just, you know, kind of play D&D and that's all they sort of experience of it. And I was sort of spreading the good word, I guess, to a guy I'd never met before. I don't even know what his name was, which is not that is not normal behavior for me. I don't actually usually like talking to anybody at all, but you know, we started in on some Star Wars discussion, and I was like, I'm surprised. I'm kicking myself now because I didn't talk about Edge of the Empire, which is unfortunate. I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm particularly partial to Age of Rebellion also.
Yeah, it's mostly just the mechanics are slightly different.
Exactly.
Namely, like the story driving elements are different.
Right. Let's get some hard code on that. Oh shoot! Missed a bit. Actually, maybe I don't care because they're boots. I'm gonna do some dry brushing. It's the forbidden technique here on the show. I don't usually use this a whole lot anymore, but that's all right. Start with the base, because we always do the base. That is Terminatus Stone. A little bit of that on there. Match it up with everything else. And then, yep, we're gonna get that on her boots as well, because they're boots. Boots don't need to be clean. In fact, probably shouldn't be clean. And then, now that that's done, I need my, it's like Thunderhawk blue or something like that. That's purple. Where the hell is it? Get out of here, open camera. I don't want you on my schedule. Here it is. Yep, Thunderhawk blue. There it is. Another Citadel dry paint. And this is just the end game for her boots, or pants rather. Pants and boots, very different things. This is basically just up where they aren't ripped, which is not very common.
That mini's looking great.
What's up?
Your mini's looking really good.
Thank you. I want to just put a quick highlight coat in her hair, and then I think we're going to call it.
Yeah.
I'll do the base ring off camera, but that's fine. Here is Doomble Brown, but I'm going to mix that with some black to get darkness. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. You know, if I can find some black. Oh yeah, it's Abaddon black. It's not quite good enough. I don't have black layer. Maybe not. All right, fine. Abaddon black it is.
So I also picked up the new set of Legion stuff.
Yeah.
It's the Shadow Collective.
Oh yeah. I saw that kicking around the store. What's that all about?
So they essentially added a fifth faction now, which is like the scum and villainy almost faction. It's like when Darth Maul collected and unified all of the crime families into like the Shadow Collective.
Oh, cool.
From the Clone Wars cartoon. So the faction comes with like the Mandalorian Commandos, like the Death Watch that he first got, and then the Pike Syndicate and the Black Suns.
Nice. Black Suns has always been really cool. I've
got a whole lot of assembly to do.
I mean, that's always I always enjoy assembly, and like that's one thing I don't like about using the 3D printer so much.
Yeah.
Is you don't get the assembly. I really do enjoy assembling.
Mm-hmm.
But the price differential is really what it comes down to. Is like I can't afford $30 a mini for and especially for characters when it comes with characters I don't care about.
Yeah.
I will never build Cassandra Nova as long as I live. In fact, I think I've cherry picked bits out of her box at this point. Someone is standing next to Jess and really making her both pissed off and skeptical. I don't know if this is not coming through on the camera. It's not. I don't know how well it will, but
yeah, it's really hard to make out her face.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do this. Actually, if I do, hold on. I don't know if that makes it any better, but probably not.
Mildly.
Yeah. So another thing that I'll point out, I'm looking through her comics right now, and I'm trying to decide, because like Kristen Ritter had the like pretty aggressive makeup in the show, but in the comics she doesn't really wear makeup that I'm seeing. And maybe that's just the art style, but like it really doesn't look like she does. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't tell. This is what I'm... Okay. Yeah, I don't really think she does. At least not a whole lot. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this mini, actually. Alright, well, let's zoom in on it. There's Jess with her incriminating evidence. I'm darn happy with this mini. All right, well.
And there's my Cheetara.
Yeah, some good success tonight. I'm very pleased with the end result here. Got to figure out what color to do her base ring, but we'll figure that out off camera. Probably the same blue as her undershirt here. Anyway, we're going to call it a couple minutes early tonight. I think that's probably for the best. We'll get actually some sleep. Go to bed, Broody. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. This has been Watching Paint Dry. If you like what you saw, do the like, comment, subscribe, share stuff, all that stuff that we're terrible about doing. But mostly, just tune in again and catch us live over on Twitch. I'm saying most of this for YouTube, YouTube crowd. I will be live again on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday for Zach Sucks at Games. We're playing through Mass Effect. So exciting, loving doing that. And then we'll be back here. At least I will be back here on Saturday. For more miniatures painting shenanigans. Hopefully we'll have Adam with us. Broody, you're taking the week off because you've got work the next day, and I don't blame you at all for that. So have a great night, everybody. Take care, be well, be safe, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye.
See you.